Happy Monday. Yes, it is Monday. Absolutely. And it's time to get in here and tell somebody that it's a great day. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. Ralph Waldo Emerson. So let's get in here and have a beautiful day together. I'm going to play our morning song, so wake somebody up. Tell them we're here. Say hello. Who do you want to say hello to? Good morning. Hello, Annie 7. Well, afternoon to you, Pat Moss. Hi, Kathy Hand. Auntie Jean Lorio. People. We got people in the house for this Manifesting Monday. So let's get started. Let's go into our hearts. Hand on the heart. And slow down the breathing. You know how this works. And then add in a beautiful feeling. Whatever makes you smile. Whether that's a family member, a friend, an experience, a sunset, maybe a sunrise. Whatever your happy is, just go there to that happy place and breathe it in. And then tell yourself, I am enough. I am worthy. I am a spark of the divine. I deserve everything good and wonderful in life. I am happy. I am healthy. I am free to be me and to dance like nobody's watching. Did y'all dance yesterday? That was the challenge. Good morning, Charlie Coons. Good morning, Suzanne. So I don't know if you heard what I said earlier. The quote of the day. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. And that's from Mr. Emerson, Ralph Waldo So it's Manifesting Monday. What are you manifesting? Do you even know? Do you know what you want to manifest? I certainly do. I have stuff that I want to manifest. I have dreams and desires and things that I would love to see come to fruition. And I would love to see more of our family in here. Where the heck is everybody? Let's call people in. Who do you want to call in? Where's Christina? She's usually here in the mornings on YouTube, so let's call Chris in. Who else you want to call in? Deirdre. Where is our Deirdre? And there's our Kathleen Caputo, Mama Hada Bear. Good morning to you. So while I'm reading the blog, if you'll just take a moment and invite somebody to come in to be with us to talk about manifesting this morning. And that message from the angels last night is step away from the pizza. There is no good or bad without us. There is only perception. There is the event itself and the story we tell ourselves about what it means. And that's from Ryan Holiday. Okay, I lost my screen. Hang on. Okay, there it is. Sorry about that. Interestingly, I have been involved in a few discussions over the last couple of days regarding our ability to exhibit, quote, bad behavior. I put it in quotes because that in itself is a judgment. Let's face it, we humans are a complicated species. We like to think of ourselves as inherently good, but sometimes our actions suggest otherwise. From cutting in line at the grocery store to committing heinous crimes, we're capable of all kinds of bad behavior. Picture this. You're walking down the street, minding your own business, when suddenly you see a fresh-baked pizza sitting unattended on a park bench. Do you, A, walk away and resist temptation knowing that stealing is wrong? B, take a slice and run, giggling like a maniac? Or C, pretend that you are the pizza delivery man and you take the box to your car? Let's be real. We've all been tempted by a delicious slice of pizza at some point in our lives. And while stealing is definitely not cool, sometimes the allure of warm, cheesy goodness is just too much to resist. You might giggle at the silliness of using a pizza as it doesn't seem like such a big deal. But what if the pizza is a car, a $100 bill, an expensive piece of jewelry? In all seriousness, our capacity for bad behavior is a reminder that we're not perfect angels all the time. Sometimes we mess up, say the wrong thing, or accidentally hit reply all on a work email when we meant to send a snarky comment to our BFF. We're human, and being human means making mistakes. It's all about how we learn and grow from those mistakes that truly matters. So let's not take ourselves too seriously. Embrace the imperfections and the occasional, quote, bad behavior, and remember to always be kind to yourself and others. And if you happen to come across a stray pizza slice, just remember, sharing is caring and less likely to get you in trouble. Dear angels, I wish we were all born with a user's manual of how to deal with situations in life. Are we born with the inherent knowledge of what to do and what not to do in situations? Or is it all learned behavior from our upbringing? If we never heard of the Ten Commandments, and we haven't been taught that taking the pizza is wrong, Is it still considered, quote, bad to do so? Dear ones, some aspects of morality are innate or biologically influenced. You are spirit inside that human vessel, and thus you emit an energy field that others can perceive. As you develop your spiritual gifts, especially intuition, you pick up on the energy another person is sending out from inside of themselves. You may find yourself drawn to the ones whose light is shining in a warm and loving way, yet shying away from those who seem to be uncaring about others. Your human brain has a miraculous ability to process emotions and make moral decisions, yet to be fully aware of how to interact in a caring and meaningful way requires socialization and cultural learning. Each of you have come into your life experience to learn and grow. Becoming involved in those activities that take you down a path which goes against your moral compass will not necessarily lead to a higher level of consciousness. That spiral downward is treacherous and many times is a one-way road. Those who have found the turnoff and go the scenic route are able to share their experiences as a testimony to inspire others. As the, quote, pizza tempts you, ask yourself, is that the choice you really want to make? We won't snatch it out of your hands, but we will be there holding space as you decide your course of action. Dear angels, today I promise to leave the pizza alone, unless it has pineapples on it. Just kidding, John Fiore. Whew. Step away from the pizza. Those temptations are real. This life we're living has many different challenges, many different experiences that we're going to have. And there's always distractions calling our name. Look at that rabbit. Look at that squirrel. Look at that eagle. There's always going to be something that takes us away from our sole purpose and who we truly are and what we're here to do. And sometimes it might be glittery. It might be something that entices us because it could be exciting to do. But make your choices based on how your guidance system is telling you to choose, not on what you think might be good for you. It might not. It might, but maybe not. It just depends on what that carrot is that's dangling in front of you. All right, so Mama Hada Bear, so glad you're here. And we're calling in people. Hello, Sally and Tony. And Sally says, can I share this today? Facebook is being a bully again. I know, they've changed so much, Sally. They've really, I can't even share anything onto Enlightened World Network unless I change my profile to be Enlightened World Network. It is really strange, the things that are happening. But thank you for wanting to share it, and just call somebody's name and maybe they'll come in. All right, so we're calling in some of our peeps. Thank you for doing so. And Linda, yes, I would like an update on what's happening with Linda Lemieux's husband. Thank you for calling in our P's. Kathleen says, I lost my wallet in Manhattan one day, had all of my ID, driver's license, credit cards, etc. A couple of weeks later, I received it back in my mailbox with everything in it. I wanted to send the Good Samaritan a thank you reward, but the return address was, my parents brought me up right, Brooklyn, New York. I pray for that person all the time. Oh, Kathleen, what a beautiful testimony. That's what I'm talking about. When we know that there's been good that's happened in the world, sharing that really does lift all of us. Auntie Jean says I would wait around for the owner and maybe get a slice for a gift. I love that. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, when they were giving me the blog last night, there was so much that I wanted to share and so much I wanted to discuss in the blog, but I'm like, if I keep writing, it's going to be a book instead of a blog. But they wanted to get that message across that, we're always going to have temptations. We're always going to have things dangled in front of us, and it's up to us to make those choices. And we have what we call gut instinct, which is our intuition. So we know intuitively, as the angels were sharing, there's a part of our brain that regulates our thoughts and regulates if something might not be a good idea. And so we can tap into that. But I loved how when I questioned, and it just came as an intuitive thought, well, what if somebody has not been taught? What if they don't know what the commandments are, or even what's right and wrong in our own societies, like stealing or killing or, adultery or any of the commandments? What if they've never heard that before? And what if there has been nobody to teach them that taking that slice of pizza or whatever it is not the right thing to do? Who determines that that's right or wrong for that person? And I think that could be such a great discussion that could be held about, how do we deem something right or wrong even? Because there's so much more that we have laws about, and that our government says it has to be done this way. And if we don't, then we're breaking a law, right? So, there's not anything in the Ten Commandments about running a red light or, having to go a certain speed limit. So people who don't know those rules, is it still, for them, is it still wrong to do what they do? So I just thought it was a great question to put out and to the angels, because I'm like, oh, I don't know the answer, is it? And I love this whole message from them today. So let's see what Kuan Yin has to say about it. And Kuan Yin says, becoming friends with yourself. Why not give up trying to punish, push, or force your body? When you push, resistance is created. It is not defiance, it is a natural law. This can make life harder than it needs to be. Instead, why not explore and find a way to relate to your body as a friend? Friendship is one of life's pleasures. Yes, it is. It's one of the things that just keeps us uplifted, doesn't it? Who do you have? Think about who you have as a friend, that if you really needed somebody to share something with and to help you process a thought or process an experience or give you some moral support as you go about your life, who is that person? And you don't have to type it in the comments, but I want you just to think, who would I turn to? Who would I go to and say, thank you for being in my life? Can you sit with me for a moment? Can you explore something with me and look at some possibilities with me so I can get more clarity on it? Sometimes we need that extra set of eyes, don't we? Sometimes the world doesn't make sense to us. And especially when there's a lot of traumas and tragedies going on and senseless things that happen that we have a hard time wrapping our brain around, who do you go to? Who do you call up or go visit or just send a message and say, hey, I need a moment of your time? I mean, how simple is that, right? And are you that person? Are you someone that others call or text or stop by to see, that say, I need a moment of your time? And we can do that even if it's not something that we're struggling with. We can go to somebody to share our excitement and share our experiences. Who is that person? Who is it that when something really, really exciting and good happens, you say, oh, I gotta tell Terry, or I gotta tell Suzanne, I gotta tell Sally. So just think about who you have supporting you in life and just show gratitude. Even when you don't have anything going on. Maybe there's nothing great and nothing awful that's happening, but you just want to lift somebody. Who do you reach out and say, I love you? Have you ever done that? I love just doing that at random times. Just sending a message to a friend or calling them up and just say, I love you. And boy, those messages, they lift me higher than anything else. When I just get a message of love from somebody, that little kiss that they send along the way. Auntie Jean says, I found a purse in the middle of the street one day. I took it home and looked inside for a name. I found a checkbook with a phone number on it. I called the number and a crying lady answered. She lived close, so I took it to her. She asked me if everything was in it. I never looked for more than a name. Everything was there. She had just gone to the bank to cash her paycheck and put her purse on top of her car. She was so happy. Oh, Auntie Jean, what a blessing you are. Always. You are always that person that uplifts others and that shares love and light into the world. So that was your pizza, Auntie Jean, that purse that you came across. And, what if an ID hadn't been in there? There's things that we can do to try to identify who owns it, but sometimes it's that decision of, okay, if I can't find who it is that owns this, then what do I do? And what does your moral compass tell you to do with it? What a great discussion, right? About what's right or wrong or insane or sane. I don't know. It's just an interesting twist that the blog took last night. And it came about because I've been in several conversations lately about, we all have the ability in us to do things out of our character or to do things that we know are not the right thing to do, and right, of course, in quotes. We all have that. We all have the capability of being mean to somebody. We all have the capability of taking extreme measures in situations. It just is what it is. We're humans. And if we haven't been inundated with the teaching of morality or the teaching of how to handle situations, then who knows what we do. And I think we see that more and more in our world as there's more uprisings and more people that are making the choices to go down that road that doesn't bode well, and especially people that are going down addiction roads or crime, and not ending so well for them. So I hope that maybe if you take a chance today that you will share that blog with somebody. Just there's so much in there that are jewels inside those blogs. And there's been 85 blogs written already this year. So there's lots of opportunity for people to find something that they resonate with. Just like what's in Midnight Calls. All the blogs from 2022 are in there. And it'll be the same for 2023. There will be 365 of them in that book, God willing. And I'm still hanging out with y'all at the end of the year. I don't have any plans of going anywhere, but you never know. There's no guarantees. We don't know what's going to happen from day to day. So anyway, there you go. And I see we called in some peeps. Some came in and some didn't. There's our Julie Kiss. Good morning, sweet Julie. Thank you for being here. So, manifesting. Step number 1, identify what you want. What do you want? How do you know that you've manifested it if you haven't put it out there? How do you know that it's even a possibility if you haven't thought of it yet? So identify what you want. And then, as always, I quote my Neville, feel it real. Feel it that it is yours. That is mine. I thought it up. I'm the only one that's here. Everything else is just an illusion. So if I can think it, I can create it. Marietta, good morning, sweet one. And Leo says, nobody called me in, but I'm present with y'all. Good morning, peas. Good morning, sweet Leo. Thank you for coming in this morning. So, what is it that you're identifying that you want? And it doesn't have to be abundance or prosperity. It can be friendships. It can be love. It can be a job. It can be anything that you have a desire to call to you. So just do that. Identify it. That's step number 1. That's what we'll talk about today. So just with the show of hands, which is your yes, if you want to type in a yes or a no, do you have something that you're trying to manifest, that you are putting out to the universe and calling in whatever it might be to light up your life, to add to your joy? Suzanne does. And Suzanne, I know you've manifested a lot of stuff. You have manifested that beautiful training that you're going through right now. You've manifested this family and being a part of this family. Kathleen Caputo, absolutely. Kathleen knows what she's put out there for a desire. And speaking of Kathleen, Kathleen will be the very first one that's going to come on with me on the Peapod podcast, not this week, but the first week in April, which is next week, to share miracle moments with the angels. We talked about this on Morning Cuppa, and I heard several of you that said you wanted to share your angel miracle stories. So let me know if you want to come on, and let's just get some of those stories out for people to be inspired by, for people to know that there are still miracles happening in our world. Julie Kiss says, to Kathleen, the same happened to me, the same place, but money was gone. Oh, I'm sorry you had that experience. Jean Lorio, raising her hand. She's also going to be on the Peapod podcast, sharing miracle stories with the angels. Marietta says, yes, we are calling in many safe adventures. Awesome. Pat Moss says, I so want to manifest the feeling of believing I am worthy for what I need to manifest. That is such a huge part of it, Pat Moss. Knowing that you are worthy, and you are. You are enough. You don't have to earn that. That's inside of you. That's your birthright as a spark of the divine. We come here with that birthright to have what we desire if it's in our divine plan. And knowing what your plan is, knowing what your purpose is huge, so that then you can see, yes, I am worthy to have that. All right. So I don't see anybody else saying your yes or saying that you want to be with me on the Peapod. So go ahead and put in your prayer requests. And let's keep Linda Lemieux's husband lifted up. I don't know when he's having his surgery. Maybe somebody else does. But let's lift them up. They've been through a lot with Dick's health. And let's just all gather around them right now and manifest a good experience with this surgery that's going to happen. And our Hope Wellington Marshall, still not well, but here in the background. Hope everyone is doing great. Oh, sweetheart, we're lifting you right now and wanting that very best experience for you. Let's manifest some healthy for our Hope. And anybody else you want to put in there, please keep my sister Loretta in your prayers and her beautiful family. I haven't heard anything in the last couple of days, so no news is good news, I guess. But keep the family lifted up if you would, because it's a really trying time for everyone. Andrea, good morning. Okay, so anything else that you all want to put in, any prayers, go ahead and do that. And let's remember all of those that are on our big prayer list, our Peapod prayer list. Oh, thank you, Jean. They're going to use cauterization on Dick instead of surgery. Okay, wonderful. So let's pray that procedure goes well for him and that it does the trick. Good morning, Ricky and Josie. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being here. And Ricky, I don't know if you have heard that I will be there Thursday in Fort Lauderdale, in Boca area. So I'm hoping that I'm going to see you. I know we're having a small gathering while I'm there. And bring your books, because I'll be doing some book signing when we get together. And Sally says, prayers for your sister, for love, light, healing energies, and peace to surround her. Thank you, and thank you, Hope, for your prayers as well. The last message I got from my niece is that it's getting harder and harder to wake her up. So I know it's just a matter of time. She's so ready. Jean, the catheterization. Okay, I know you can do both, so okay. So it's going to be a catheterization. And Sally, prayers for anyone needing some love and light to those in need. All right, so let's go into our hearts, and I'm just hearing for us to really get in touch with our worthiness today. Let's do that. Let's go in with the breath. The breath is the connector. So when you breathe in, I want you to really visualize that breath. So I want you to, okay, so let's first, before we even do that, just take a breath and release it. Just breathe in to get you to a relaxed state, to get you to the knowingness of who you are and what you are as a spirit being. And then let's get our whole brain involved, is what I was just told. And so let's do that. Let's do the breathing that opens up the energy and expands it to both sides of our brain, but especially opens up the right side of our brain. So what I want you to do, and you can do this with your eyes open or closed, doesn't matter. We're just tweaking our brain right now. So what I want you to do with your next breath is to close off your left nostril. I can't talk this way. You close off your left nostril and you inhale through the right nostril. And then you release it through the left nostril. So you're going to keep doing that. We're going to do 5 of those. I know I look funny. I'm sorry. So you close off the left. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in through the right and out through the left. So number 3, breathe in. And breathe out. Two more of these. Breathe in through the right. And breathe out through the left. Last one. Breathe in through the right. And breathe out through the left. And then just breathe normally. Now as you see that breath coming into your heart, just know that that is the breath of life. Know that in that breath, you're bringing in your connection to spirit. You're bringing in that ability for you to find that spark within you, going right into your heart center. See it there. See it with your spiritual eye. That breath went right to your high heart, and then up from there, up through your throat chakra, through your third eye, and out your crown, and up higher to your soul star chakra, connecting in with that part of you that is in spirit. And let's just sit with that for a moment. Continue to breathe in and out calmly. Let each breath be a prayer. Each breath that you breathe in, just connect in with your higher self. And just ask, am I worthy? Do I deserve to have good and wonderful things? Am I a spark of the divine? And as you ask those questions of your higher self, just see if your body moves. Does your body move toward your spirit being? Does it move away? This is called the sway. Your body is going to talk to you. And it comes in through the subconscious, so it's not your brain that's moving you. So continue that connecting. Ask whatever question you want to ask. And then hear the answer. Listen. And when we listen, there's assurance that yes, you are worthy. Yes, you are part of the oneness of all that is. And you're no more or less deserving than anybody else. Everyone is a spark of the divine. Everyone has the capability of finding that soul purpose and that love inside and shining that light outward. So sit with your heart right now, connected to your higher self. And what are you feeling intuitively? Are you feeling your worthiness? And I'm here this morning to tell you, you are worthy. You are enough. You are amazing. And you are so loved. Feel that. Feel it in your heart. And I'm going to say it again. You are worthy. You are enough. You are deserving of everything good and wonderful in life. You are amazing. You are a spark of the divine. Now see if you received that. Feel into your heart center. Is there some resistance to those words? Is there one of those words that you're just having trouble accepting? Our Marietta teaches us, accept, align, allow. Just allow for the possibility that you are worthy. Allow for the possibility that good things are coming your way and you deserve them. When we open up to possibility, we open the door for miracles to come in. We open the door for abundance, for love. So right now, if you can say it and mean it and feel it, I'd like for you to say, I am worthy. See how that fits. I am enough, just as I am. I am a spark of the divine. I deserve good and wonderful things in my life. I am so loved. How did those sit in your heart? Did your heart receive the message? Did your heart understand that you don't have to do anything to have this? It's your birthright. There's so much love for all of you. And there's so much love for everyone that we lift up every day. All your loved ones, the places where you live, our beautiful Mother Earth, this planet that we're on that's sometimes going through such trauma and tragedy. Can you find that place in your heart that's compassionate and send some compassion out into the world? Not pity, not feeling sorry for it, but just sending love, pure unconditional love to our Mama Gaia, sending it way down deep into the core such that that love is spread up through the roots, up through our roots, to anchor in our heart that feeling that we are loved, and we are enough, and we are powerful, and we are strong. Let's just ask for our Creator to see and acknowledge all of us and all of our loved ones, all of those we lift up every day, and to answer for the best and highest good of all. Ooh. And then we do something special every day, don't we? We share that love with each other. We do it on the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. Can you say that? Can you say it to yourself? Can you say it to those that you don't get along with? That's huge, isn't it? When you say to somebody, thank you, showing gratitude, and I love you unconditionally, you are serving your purpose as being a light here on earth. So it doesn't matter if that's your closest friend, or if that's somebody maybe you've been quarreling with and fighting with your whole life. We're all the same. We're all part of the greatness, the oneness of all that is. Thank you, I love you. They're magic words, and they have magic power. And we're getting an update from Sally on her son-in-law, hoping to move him to a rehab center early this week, and will need more than likely be his home for the next year. Having difficulty sleeping though, and he's convinced he is dying in his sleep. He has panic attacks. So we'll continue to lift him up, Sally. He's in our prayers. He's on that big prayer list that we go over every Wednesday, and he'll stay on there. Pat Moss, I am so happy to hear that. Pat went so deep with that meditation and that knowingness of who you are and that you are worthy, that you ended up coughing. You know, coughing is release. You're coughing up that energy that was stuck in there, that was trying to lie to you. Spirit will never lie to you, and your heart will never lie to you. So when you breathe into your heart and say, I love you, you are worthy, then it sends a light in, and everything else has to go. Everything that's unlike love, that was hard to say, anything unlike love has to clear out. So yes, do the coughing, do the crying, let the tears come, because that is release. Oh, thank you, I love you, such magic words. And how about now, a little bit of Leo. Anybody ready for some Leo today? And ready to dance. You know, we gathered at the afternoon cup of tea yesterday, and the big messages for many, many, many of us was to dance. Dance like nobody's watching. So I'm going to go in and grab Leo on YouTube and share that. So give me a moment to get the screen shared so that we can do it. And thank you so much for being with us today. I love you all immensely.
Earthlings, it's time to get up and get ready, because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play, it's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on a mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead, wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today is a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning cup of full of joy every day at 8. Just start the day on a high five, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the B's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, y'all. Morning cup of full of joy every day at 8. Just start the day on a high five, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the B's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, y'all. Cup of joy, cup of full of joy.
Woo is right. Thank you, Leo. Love you so very much. Stay in your hearts. Stay blessed. If you get a chance today, go onto angelspeakers.com and share that blog with somebody, or any of the blogs. Just let them know that there's some good messages there from the angels for us all to benefit from. I love you. I will see you later. Namaste, y'all.